Hello everybody, welcome back to Steve Talks. What do I talk about today? Well, I'll tell you what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about the Sega Genesis Mini. Now you're wondering, what the heck is a Sega Genesis and why is it miniaturized this time? Why did they make it smaller? Well, I'll tell you why. Now you see, this is what they call a dedicated console, similar to the PlayStation 1 Mini or the NES Mini, something like that, what Nintendo released. Now this was originally released worldwide on September 19th, 2019, though it took until October 4th, 2019 for it to be released in Europe and the Middle East, so it wasn't really a worldwide release. It was just everywhere except the Middle East and Europe. Now this thing includes 42 games in it, and here in the United States it had a retail price introductory of $79.99. It was released during the height of this dedicated video game handheld, dedicated game console thing, where it includes a bunch of classic games. Now I already reviewed the PlayStation 1 Mini. Now this is a whole lot better than it, because the games are... Sorry about that. Because it includes a whole lot of classic games. It's got a lot of classic games. Now, it's very similar to what the NES Mini and PlayStation Mini did, of course. It's just the same thing, just smaller. I don't think they made the control. I don't think they made the controller smaller because I don't know. But they made this stick smaller, and of course, cartridge port doesn't work. Because like a Sega Genesis cartridge itself is probably like the size of this thing, maybe a little bit smaller, probably. I'd reckon. Well, anyways. This includes all classic games. It's got Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic the Dr. Robotnik's Beam Machine, Earthworm Jim, Beyond Oasis, and a bunch of other cool classic games. It's got a lot of games. It's action-packed. It's full of hit after hit after hit after hit. It's got a lot of games. Of course, one part I do gotta say is that it doesn't have Sonic Free. Like, a lot of collections of Sega's collection, Sonic collection, they don't got Sonic Free, they don't got Sonic and Knuckles, and you may wonder why. Why is Sonic and Knuckles never included in the collections? Well, I'll tell you one reason. Michael Jackson. Yes, what did Michael Jackson do? Well, he worked on the music for the game, and he had his credit taken off of it. And you wonder, why would they take Michael Jackson's credit off it? Well, he wanted his credit taken off, and I may ask, why did they want this? Why don't they? Well, it's your legal reasons too. Because also around this, there are a couple of legal reasons. I think it's like royalties, that sort of stuff. I think some of that, but also I think like association with Michael Jackson. You may ask, why wouldn't you want to be associated with Michael Jackson? It's Michael Jackson. He's the king of pop. It's that guy. It's the guy. Well, this was the 1990s. This was the 1990s when Sonic the Hedgehog 4 came out, and there were a lot of accusations of Michael Jackson. There have been quite a few accusations of Michael Jackson. They've never been proved in court, though. Never got proved in court. There was insufficient evidence found that Michael Jackson did what supposedly Michael Jackson did. Even they made a whole big documentary called Leaving Neverland. There's never any evidence, any legal evidence saying Michael Jackson did what they accused of Michael Jackson of doing. Now, did he? I don't know. I don't know enough about it. From what it seems, it's kind of like up in the air. Seems like most people know about it, just kind of joke about it. Most people just sort of, this isn't like an O.J. Simpson situation where like, yeah, he's legally innocent, but everybody knows he killed that person. Because we know. Oh, I'm off topic, aren't I? I am. Anyways, yeah, it's got a lot of great games on it. They should have. It's got a lot of great games on it. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, Earthworm Jim. But the one thing I gotta always wonder is like when they release these sort of game consoles, like some games will only be available in Europe or Asia or America or North America. So you have one game will be in Europe, but we won't have it, or they'll have it in Japan, or they'll have it in Japan, Japan, Asia, Europe, but we won't have it here in North America. It's like, what the heck? Why can't we just have why can't it be standardized? How come some games? I mean, I get it, localization is stuff that is clearly meant to be for a specific region or audience. I get that. Like regular old platformer games, just regular old games. How come some of those are exclusive to the variations in North America, Europe, and Asia? I don't get it, man. Now, this contains all the classic games for the Sega Genesis. Now, the Sega Genesis is a 5th generation 16-bit video game console produced by the Sega Corporation. It was originally released in Japan on October 29th, 1988. Now, here in North America, it took the following year, on August 14th, 1989, for it to be released. Now, eventually, Sega continued to produce the console till they discontinued it in 1997 worldwide to stop making the console. But that wasn't the end of it. They kept still making it. Not Sega, another company. But Jesco kept making it here in the United States until 1999. So, 1999, you could still get a Sega Genesis. But then, Tectoy, up until, get this, 2023, were making Sega Genesis consoles. They were making Sega Genesis consoles until 2023 in Brazil. Imagine being in 2023. You get your kid in Brazil, and for Christmas you get a Sega Genesis. What games are you gonna play that? I doubt they sell the games anymore. You should have an old console. What are you gonna do on it? I don't know. What are you gonna do on it? Anyways, but yeah, this is great. It's a lot more expensive than the NES, but it's worth it because the games are a lot longer. They're more fun. Sega Genesis does what Nintendo don't. They didn't lie when they said these guys do when those Mario folks they don't. Sonic the Hedgehog. It's more fun. These games. It's just better. Game quality. This is a whole lot better than the PlayStation 1 Classic. Better game quality. The emulation quality is good, just like the also like. The menu section. Menu section is a whole lot more cooler because the background is got like a cool sort of like similar looking to reminiscent of the Sega Genesis background looking of it. It looks like reminiscent of it, and of course, reminiscent of the Sega Genesis. Well, the background for the PlayStation 1 menu was just like a little background. Now, eventually, a little bit later, they released a Sega Genesis 2. Yeah, the Sega Genesis Mini 2 was released in October of 2022. Now, this contains 60 games! Yeah, 60 games! Now, some of those are Sega CD games. Now, who wanted the Sega CD games? I don't know. We're the Sega CD fans asking for Sega CD games to be released on the Sega thing. And, of course, if they're gonna do that, why not? Might as well just go the full extra mile and make a Sega Genesis free and add in the 32X games. Those stupid games, I don't know why. But anyways, this is still being sold. You can get this in the stores. The Sega Genesis Mini 2 is being still sold in the stores. You can get that too. I don't have the Sega Genesis Mini 2. I only have the Sega Genesis Mini 1. This is 1. But if you see this, I say you buy this. Get it, man. I'm telling you, it's got a lot of great games. Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Dr. Bob's Beam Machine. Even just those 4 hours and hours of entertainment, And there's so many other games to discover and play. So many more nostalgic games. And if you see the NES, I guess you can get that. I'll review that whenever I get my hands on it. I don't know if I'll get my hands on it. Probably when I'm much older, when I have more money. But anyways, I was saying, yeah, that's really I gotta say. This is a good game console, a dedicated game console. This really is. Yeah, that's all I gotta say, really. This has been Steve Talks, and I've talked to you about the Sega Genesis Mini, and I told you why it's so good. That's all I gotta say. So I'll see y'all around. Bye.